Hey guys, Andy here. I have today what will hopefully be quite an interesting test. On the left we have the Redmi K20 Pro, which is kind of unofficially otherwise known as the Poco F2. It's got a Snapdragon 855, it's got an octa-core CPU, it's got an Adreno 640 GPU, and it's got 8GB of RAM, and it has all this for just £410, which you would say is a pretty damn good price for the top end specs. It's going up against, on the right hand side, the OnePlus 7 Pro, which basically has the identical specs but is £700. So today I'm perhaps going to see, or we're hoping to see, what do we get for the extra £290? Let's crack right on with the fingerprint sensor test. So we'll see from the first one, the OnePlus 7 Pro quicker. The second one a lot closer. And then if I turn both screens on in the first place, they're almost the same, but I am going to give that one to the OnePlus 7 Pro. We move on to the Angry Birds 2 opening test. Again, both very similar specs. The OnePlus 7 Pro with the faster file system, so surprising to see the Redmi K20 Pro is the first into the game. Just to show you, I do start these tests from like clearing everything else from memory, and we'll do the second run through. Kind of a best of three situation here. A lot of time I edit out the sort of loading, but these are both such fast devices. The K20 Pro definitely takes the Angry Birds 2 opening test. So we'll move on to the Geekbench 4 and get them both started and running. I can tell you they both run at similar sort of speed. The OnePlus 7 Pro kept the 1 or 2% right the way through to the end, which we jump to now. And we see the OnePlus 7 Pro scoring a touch under 11,000, as does the K20 Pro. Now I know technically that's the OnePlus 7 Pro with the win, but I've done a few of these tests and over the average they're both, I mean, they're almost identical. I guess as you might expect from the identical specs, so I'm going to call that one a tie. We head outside now to do the GPS test. I'm going to clear the AGPS data from both devices, then I'm going to close down eventually close down the GPS test and try and open them at the same time, and you'll see the Redmi leaps in very quickly with a fix. Although it was interesting that the OnePlus 7 Pro could see more, and I think was kind of using more only a few seconds later. And I did and ah about this test. I wondered about calling it a tie because the OnePlus 7 Pro seemed to see more, but we'll go with the K20 Pro. Come indoors, let's listen to the speakers.
Tell me where to go, tell me what to do. I'll be right there for you. Tell me where to go, tell me what to do. I'll be right there for you. Tell me what to say, no matter if it's true. I'll say it all for you, for you. Tell me what to say, no matter if it's true. I'll say it all for you. I could be iconic in my conquest. It's worth a fight dog from a tribe conquest. This is my legacy. Iconic in my conquest. It's worth a fight dog from a tribe conquest. This is my legacy. This is my legacy.
I can tell you they're both very loud. They both score very highly on my sound meter test, but the OnePlus 7 Pro just sounds a little bit better. Let's try spoken voice.
Essentially gave organizations like GCHQ and the NSA a free rein to go do mass surveillance. It also overturned a lot of the rules and laws. And now we're in the situation where people are clamoring for the Googles and laws. And now we're in the situation where people are clamoring for the Googles and the Facebooks and the Twitters to lock them out and provide
on that, Mike. I don't know how many weeks ago it was, but on this show we covered the fact that Google and other social network providers and search engine providers,
there really isn't much between them, but I would just lean towards the OnePlus 7 Pro. It's slightly louder and just sounds I would say, a little bit better. We're moving on to the screen brightness test. So turn off adaptive brightness or auto brightness, crank the brightness right the way up to full. And then I'm going to bring in my light meter. We test the K20 Pro, up in the 780s for a second there, 750, 770, So sort of high 700s. The OnePlus 7 Pro just the high 600s. Now this is a bit tricky, so I am going to award this one to the Redmi because it does have the brighter screen, and this is a screen brightness test. But at the same time, it's a brave person that says the Redmi K20 Pro has a better screen than the OnePlus 7 Pro. We're moving on to the browser test, so I clear both the caches of the browsers. The K20 Pro sneaks in a little bit quicker on everybody's favourite website, androidandy.uk. Please do go and have a look if you haven't before. And then I don't quite know why I use this site now. it's quite weird. I bought some new pants from them a few months back, and it's quite an amusing website, so I guess that's why I use it. But again, the Redmi sneaking in first, and again, so 3 out of 3. I think we definitely have to give the browser test to the Redmi K20 Pro. So interesting set of results, I would say. The cheaper device, almost half the price, has won 4-2. Having said that, none of the tests really was a large amount between them, so you could quite easily say they were sort of the same really, but then one is almost half the price. I have to say I'm going to be sticking with my OnePlus 7 Pro though, if that's any kind of result for you. I just prefer the software and the feel, and the camera is better as well. We don't really test the camera. Battery life probably edges towards the Redmi if I'm honest, but again, it's not bad on the OnePlus 7 Pro. So there we go. I don't know if that's controversial or not, but let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. For now, my name's Andy. I'll catch you all again soon. Well done, and thank you for making it to the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, you might want to click the little fellow that should hopefully appear about here to subscribe. You may also want to check out some of my other videos, which are going to appear somewhere there. Also, come and have a look at my website, androidandy.uk. There is also a forum. Come and say hello on the forum if you've got any questions about things, or request me to review things, or anything else. Just come and have a chat on the forum.